Good evening. I am Dave something or other with tonight's fascinating feature. The Leave Well Enough Alone campaign, with its Don't Touch banner slogan, aroused the Do Nothing Party 4 years ago, when Sufi George announced his candidacy for U.S. president. In his recent announcement that he is, again joining the presidential race, he reiterated his Just Sit Back and Do Nothing campaign platform, and added a new, and very chantable slogan, 4 years off. In essence, he promises us a 4-year vacation from federal government. Here with more detail about this cartoon candidate, Wayne something or other, on location. This is Wayne something or other reporting from the Sufi George for President National Campaign Headquarters. Sufi George is a YouTube cartoon character who first announced his candidacy for U.S. President 4 years ago. In his final acts of pro-activism, he created the Do Nothing Party or DNP, then he elected himself the DNP candidate for the White House. However, having paid scant attention to details, his name did not appear on the ballot, which he blames for his failure to get even one vote. Also contributing was the fact that his supporters couldn't figure out how to do a write-in vote. I have been interviewing Sufi George here at the Sufi George for President National Campaign Headquarters. Sufi George, how do you think your campaign is going? How long is this campaign going to take? Anyway, I am sick and tired of all this commotion, and I just want to kick back and scratch my crack. You mean, he talks like that, and people follow him? I wonder who is following him, a bunch of rednecks? Dave, the DNP says its membership includes everyone who is against changing anything, plus everyone who no longer gives a F about the government. Dave, this is a majority of Americans, with a good voting turnout, stimulated by an educational campaign on how to cast a write-in vote. Sufi George's support could be overwhelming. Wayne, does he have an agenda, like things he will do nothing about? He does make one exception to his long list of do nothing about things, and that is war. I'll ask for his comments. Sufi George, what about war? Oh, war, yeah, we have embedded war in our economy, and should a war accidentally end, I would feel obliged to begin a new one. Don't worry, I will bet you that there are countries out there that would actually invite us to have a war with them, just for the reparations. So, no problem. But, hey, except for that, I am strictly about doing nothing. A do-nothing president. What a concept, right, Dave? Just keep the wars going, he says. Just shut everything else down. Do you think that would work, Wayne? I think it could work, actually. After all, the government shuts itself down all the time. And in 4 years, we could even get used to it. Life without the federal government. Wow, that would be such a load off. Wayne, I have the strange feeling that this campaign could succeed. Why not? I'd vote for him. After all, a do-nothing cartoon character couldn't do any damage. Wayne, do you suppose a cartoon character can actually legally run for president? Well, here is what I have about that. If Sufi George was created, say, born, in 1980, then that makes him old enough. Born in the USA. So Sufi George is a citizen, and he is big on blah blah blah. So he is a politician. It appears that he is qualified, even though he is a cartoon. Wayne, do you know if the Constitution requires a president to be human? I researched that question, Dave, and it seems that they overlooked that as a requirement. It was right in front of their faces. But they just didn't think of it. You know, Dave, Sufi George could have a victory by oversight. I think we should give Cartoon Sufi George a media name. How about Cartoon Sufi George? Dave, I am starting to take this candidate very seriously. I interviewed him all morning, and I was surprised at how much his thinking makes sense to me. Let's play that interview now. People just don't know what to bitch about anymore. They hear about something so they bitch about it, and then they hear about something else, and they bitch about that. There is nothing heartfelt in their bitching. It is the bitching itself that cranks them. They are just so totally pissed off that anything can become a target. I think if we just stopped sticking them with things and left them alone, they would quit their bitching. Dave, how profound is that? Leave us alone, that is the theme of his campaign, and I agree, Cartoon Sufi George could win with that. People have just had enough. They just won't take it anymore. Thank you, Wayne something or other. This is Dave something or other. Good night to all of you.